Kicking off, folks. I believe we are live streaming. Donald, do you want to give me the thumbs up there as everyone entered into the Zoomiverse as well? Lovely stuff. If Shane doesn't have any announcements, any safety announcements, then we'll lash on here shortly. Fáilte Arash, Gach Dinna, welcome back. We're kicking off the singing sessions here at the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre, and we're warming it up with a lovely special guest that we'll hear from later, Sean Fitzgerald. So first of all, filling in for Gerry Cullen, we have John Faulkner, or Sean, if we're going two strong singers called Sean in the room tonight. In your own time, do you want to take us away with a song?
Oh, cruel was that fatal day, brave Irishmen were led astray, and our Parliament was taken away, the cause of our sad ruin. Our nobles to London they do go, our cash must follow them also, the cause of our sad grief and woe, and distressed the sons of Erin. Proud England's fame is broadly spread, while Irishmen stand at their head. In war our heroes fought and bled to support their pride and grandeur. What men were able in the fleet, what men for leading more complete, and what men more loving when you meet than the generous sons of Erin. They may oppress, but they can't buy them. They may hurt as they belie them. They may hate, but they can't deny them. The generous sons of Erin. The first to rule in Oxford College, the source of all their boasted knowledge. Imperial records they must acknowledge that it was the son of Erin. And the females we so rightly praise, because themselves they do despise all those who dare to tyrannize across the land of Erin. Are hopeful for that blessed day, Hibernia's sons will bear the sway of the shamrock green on St. Patrick's Day, like the ancient sons of Erin. Like galley slaves we are oppressed, for want of trade we are distressed, and we scarce can live and do our best. That is the fate of Erin. Let friendship shine forevermore, and flourish round green Erin's shore, our bleeding country to restore, like the faithful sons of Erin. Now, Irishmen, why do you jaw? Why do you wrangle and quarrel at law? You know your master died for all, that we might live in friendship. No dissension now should be, north and south should all agree in perfect peace and unity, like the friendly sons of Erin. Shinoel.
Lovely stuff. Sean Faulkner, thank you so much. Gorgeous. As some of the regulars are spilling in here, Connor Sweetman, good to see you. And of course, we'll be calling on Linda and Catherine maybe a little bit later. We also want to say big welcome to all of the people joining on Zoom and that will be coming in as we go along. I'll go over to Donal to say hello and run the Zoom things there. Will I sing a little song first? Donal, is that cool? Yeah. Okay, this is the bold one that gets requested that I got off Fergus Russell of the Goleen Singers. Well, I used to be the ladies' man. That's all over now. For courting 6 girls all at once didn't suit me anyhow. Me mother said 'twas dirty, I wouldn't take her advice. I knew that it was dirty still, I found it very nice. For on Monday I met Mary Ann, Tuesday Mary Jane, Wednesday charming Miss McCann, Thursday Kathy Payne, Friday Molly Hopkins, and on Saturday Miss McCall. I'd never go out on Sunday night for fear I'd meet them all. Well, I wrote a note to Mary Ann, addressed to Mary Jane, signed for charming Miss McCann in care of Kathy Payne. I sent it to Molly Hopkins, it delivered to Miss McCall. And that was how they found me out and made me pay for all. For on Monday I met Mary Ann, Tuesday Mary Jane, Wednesday charming Miss McCann, Thursday Kathy Payne, Friday Molly Hopkins, and Saturday Miss McCall. I'd never go out on Sunday night for fear I'd meet them all. Well, I never will forget the day I met those darling 6. They scowled and says, "'Tis now you'll pay for all your dirty tricks." Mary Ann, she ripped me coat, Mary Jane me overalls, and Miss McCann brought round a man that kicked me in the ankle. Oh, and Kathy Payne, she scrubbed me face, it ran red with blood. Dirty Molly Hopkins, she splattered me with mud. Then to make the job complete, the vengeful Miss McCall, she whacked me hat till it was flat against the garden wall. For on Monday I met Mary Ann, Tuesday Mary Jane, Wednesday charming Miss McCann, Thursday Kathy Payne, Friday Molly Hopkins, and on Saturday Miss McCall. I'd never go out on Sunday night, but I'd do it all again. For on Monday I met Mary Ann, and on Tuesday Mary Jane, Wednesday charming Miss McCann, on Thursday Kathy Payne, and on Friday Molly Hopkins, and on Saturday Miss McCall. It serves me right now every night, I haven't got one at all. Showl of Cootie on, Cuida fiador, showl of Cootie on, Shakadadadoo on, showl of Cootie on, she cuida fiador, showl of Cootie on, Shakadadadoo on, beyond, 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 skip it or beyond, beyond, Shakadadadoo on, beyond, 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 skip it or beyond, beyond, hup, Shakadadadoo on, showl of Cootie on, Cuida fiador, showl of Cootie on, Shakadadadoo on, showl of Cootie on, she cuida fiador, showl of Cootie on, Shakadadadoo on, beyond, 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 skip it or beyond, beyond, shack-a-da-da-doo on, beyond, 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 skip it or beyond, beyond, she shack-a-da-da-doo on. Oh. Thank you. Now, Donal, how are you, sir?
Rientach, thanks very much. That was beautiful. We are just bringing in Polly, who's just joined, but I'm here in Skerries with the folks from the virtual land of Zoom. We have Jose joining from Madrid. He's learning Irish and he's here to enjoy the songs and pick up a few buckle. And we've got a few others here, so we're going to see if there's any other singers, but I can start with a song and maybe come back with another one later on. The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eye, and the moon and stars were the gift you gave to the dark and the endless skies, to the dark and the endless sky. The first time ever I kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move in my hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird. That was all at my command. That was all at my command. The first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart beat close to mine, and I knew our joy would fill the earth and last till the end of time, my love, and last till the end of time. Reminded?
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you,
All right.
Donal. Gorgeous Donal Kearney. So I'm going to call over and ask if I'll give that bold table there a few seconds to decide who's singing next between you. And while you decide that between Catherine, Linda, whatever, almost welcome as the flowers in May. While you are deciding that, I'll just very quickly clarify for Jose. What I was singing there was Scots Gaelic, so don't worry if you're confused with your learning of of the Irish language. But Scots Gaelic is most similar to Irish, but less beautiful. So you made the right choice. You made the right choice in learning Irish. And now we'll return to the round table. The knights here. Who's going to sing a song? Oh. In a twist of events, the microphone has been cast in front of Connor Sweetman. Spin the microphone. Not yourself. All good.
Oh, my name it is Abe Carman. You may find me alarmin'. Oh, my name it is Abe Carman. You may find me alarmin'. If you think there be harm in the trade of burglary, I live life by taking chances like the heroes of romances, and taking what I fancy from those wealthier than me. If there's goods all for the taking, there is no mistaking. There's a little you'll be making on the straight and narrow path, like toiling for the master or bowing to the pastor. Those cruel-hearted bastards who would see the poor man starve. Old friends, I've seen them cast off all sorts of freedoms, for their wives and their babies need them, and the bread for which they slave, their pride they learn to humble, be never heard to grumble. But as long as I can, but you'll never hear me grumble, but before you hear me grumble, you will find me in my grave. Some go to be a soldier, They wear a musket on their shoulder, but before they can grow much older, the generals ride to war, and those that plough the ocean wish they never took the notion. When commanders seek promotion on the tide of sailors' gore, and there are those who do bow under, like the babes that hide from thunder. But as long as I can plunder, I will plot my course alone. No wife will ever mould me, no tyrant shall control me, no bridewell door will hold me, and my soul will be my own. For 'tis when the night comes calling, I tend unto my calling. You'll never see me crawling to the lofty gentry, with my pistols on the high road and my cudgel on the by road. Every road is my road, and I'll walk both strong and free, so long as I've a mate to hold a candle, and a bar to break the handle, and a lad to spy the land. Then I will rob both great and small, till my luck it does forsake me, on the day that they do take me, and on the gallows break me, and that will pay for all. Peter Bellamy.
Gorgeous stuff. Catherine, my dear, would you sing a song? No. Fair play. We'll give you the long break after this, and we'll get some Zoom / Sean Fitz songs. Yeah, but we'll do one from Catherine and then nice one.
'Twas down by the glen side I met an old woman, a plucking young nettles. She scarce saw me coming. I listened a while to the song she was humming. Glory, oh, glory, oh, to the bold Fenian men. 'Tis 50 long years since I saw the moon beaming on strong manly forms and their eyes with hope gleaming. I'll see them again, sure in all my daydreaming. Glory, oh, to the bold Fenian men. When I was a young girl, they're marching and drilling. Awoke in the glenside, sounds awesome and thrilling. They loved dear old Ireland, and to die they were willing. Glory, oh, to the bold Fenian men. Some died by the wayside, some died near a stranger, and wise men have told us our cause was a failure. But they loved dear old Ireland, and they never feared danger. Glory, oh, to the bold Fenian men. I went on my way, God be praised that I met her. Be life long or short, sure I'll never forget her. We may have brave men, but we'll never have better. Glory, oh, to the bold Fenian men.
Lovely stuff. Well, will we get one from yourself, Sean?
Yeah, or do you want to do a few in a row?
Usually we go for a few in a row, unless if Donal, is there anyone there on the Zoomiverse that would like to sing, or will we give them a few songs from Sean? Yeah. If you do a few in a row, it'd be lovely. Thanks so much. So very, very quickly, I'll just say delighted to have Sean Fitzgerald here today. I know you as the Dublin ballad singer that takes tours around, fabulous mixtures of history and song and everything around our city centre, bringing it to life, as well as being involved in bands like the Deadlians and writing all sorts of projects and goblin music and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
You can speak more on that if you like yourself. But let's put our hands together for Sean Fitzgerald.
Thanks. Oh, sorry. So just tuning this up a bit. Yeah. Sorry. That's nice. So I'm gonna do a song called Alexander the Great, and it was it's a song it's from the old Irish. I think it was translated by Alfred Percival Graves. Do you know I Claudius? The guy who wrote that, his father was like an Irish guy, like, you know, Anglo-Irish guy. But he translated some of the old Irish poems into English. And this one is about Alexander the Great, and in the foreword in one of his writings in the Celtic Psalter, he says that it was like the predominant belief that the old Irish believed that Alexander the Great had conquered the entire world. So this is a song about that. Four sages stood to chant the stave above the proud earth's conqueror's grave, and all their words were words of candour above the grave of Alexander. The first began but yesterday, when all in state the great king lay. Middies alone made moan, now he lieth all alone. But yesterday the second sign o'er our discharger if it rang. Today it's outrage soil instead, 'tis lying heavy o'er his end. But yesterday the third went on, all earth was swayed by Philip's son. Today to mark his calcined bones, 7 feet are all yours. But yesterday so liberal he, the silver gold he scattered free. Today the last outside his thought, his wealth abounds, but he is not. The sentence gave the sages four above the bellied emperor. It was no foolish man's praise that held him so high in debate. Four sages stood to chant the stave above the proud arch conqueror's grave, and all the words were words of candour above the grave of Alexander. But yesterday the third went down. All earth was swayed by Philip's son. Today they mark his calcined bones. 7 feet are all he owns. Hey, thank you. Nice. Oh, the song that I got from Rosie Stewart out in Leitrim. She works in the Dunn stores out there, and she's like the most incredible singer you could ever meet. And her albums are like, it's just her singing, but you could just put it on, and it's just incredible how just one human voice alone can fill. Just like it just does it all. You know what I mean? It's like listening to a. Is the guitar coming through too much? Is that there?
No, it sounds great.
All right.
I'm just twiddling.
Twiddling.
The guitar is strong, yeah.
All right. Well.
Sounds great.
Cool. Yeah. The Rosie Stewart. You can listen to her albums, and it's just amazing. I'd suggest getting. And there's a new one coming out soon that has a bit of guitar on it. My friend Paddy Morgan sang this song for me, and like changed it around a bit and changed the lyrics, but it's really cool because it's like it's some of these songs in just like a bit off the coast, a bit inland. They're really interesting and strange, and the poetry in them is really, really good. So this is one that's called The Moon's Only Daughter, or The Strong Men of Loch Ray. Oh, you know this one? Sorry. Oh yeah, no, it's brilliant, isn't it? And what's it? Yeah.
Someone else put it to music.
Right, well, it's incredible because I love it because it's like this guy is kind of a loser. Well, you know, like a loser. I mean, you know, he was a loser. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's kind of subjective, really, winning and losing.
Yeah.
but well, except for sports and stuff. But even then. Anyway, so the idea, but he's kind of like drinking away, and the strong men of Loch Ray are like the big men, and his love has ran away with them, and he's kind of a little bit of a, like, you know, he's not that well, I guess he's not really, I guess he's not like a manly man maybe, or he's just a bit more wispy or something. And he doesn't get the girl anyway, but then he's in London, he's drinking, and he's like talking about, you know, it's just that like hopeless love song that, you know, most people go through at some point in their life where they're like completely, it's a very romantic thing to feel where you're just completely like heartbroken or whatever. So I like songs like that, even though I don't feel like that very often or at all anymore. My heartstrings make sweet music whenever I think of you. And if you called me darling, I'd wear a feathered shoe. A queen of hearts is lonely, well, a joker's still to play. I will lead and take her from you, you strong man of Loch Ray. Rosalie, 'tis easy to blame the wastrel now, for who was ever able to harrow at the plough. Never maid was I for labouring, or watch the season play. Was drinking, sport and gambling, lost in my own locker grave. In a grey house by the water, my love is dwelling still. She's the moon's only daughter, and a lamp there on the hill. And she braids her hair by evening, and those who go away, they think it's the moon that's shining. I know what they're on the locker rain. Last night abroad in London, I spent me only crown at the Lincoln toast that fair one, and then I cried tears down. I walked along still evening, and I heard you hark away. Do you wish you were that red fox that they hunt around the locker rain? My heartstrings make sweet music, whenever I think of you. And if you call me darling, I'll wear that feathered shoe. The Queen of Hearts is lonely. Well, a joker still to play. I will lead and take her from you, you strong man of Lochray. Nice.
Lovely stuff.
Here's I'll sing an a cappella one now. There's another song.
Sounding great. You're getting nice feedback on Zoom now as well from them, saying you're sounding lovely there.
Great stuff.
So we're really enjoying it. Lovely stuff.
It's a cool song. So this song I'll sing you adapted from an old poem called Fingalian Burlesque that I found in the Hodenshed papers or something. I don't know, this weird long diatribe where it was like basically some like soldier of fortune who ended up in Ireland, but was obviously like English settlers, had a kind of a Hollinshed papers they were called. He had like definitely had something against people from Fingal.
Right.
And in the 1600s, he definitely had, like, it was like quite like racist, I would say, but also unhinged and not like you would read it, and maybe even in the 1600s, you would think this guy's like not all there.
Yeah.
And I read it, and I was like,
It was a pamphlet, like
it was like a weird pamphlet, like a weird.
sounds like Edmund
and it was
Spencer.
like based on the Aeneid or something, and then it was adapted and changed, and it became Fodia Moruga at one point, which was like God's blood, my sweetheart, and it became about a priest and a woman. So then I found that version of it, and then I mixed it around and changed it around, and then I put a chorus on it, and it became like a completely different song. And then I looked back at everything, and I was like, where did I find this line of that? So that is, yeah, like it's from there initially. Do you know what I mean?
Lovely.
And then I changed a lot of it. And then it was there's a line from it, was the eponymous, or no, it's not the eponymous is like the word, like when you name something, like the eponymous poem would be if the poem was called, I don't know, like Jimmy's Shoes, or Homer Simpson's Blues or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
The Homer Simpson Blues book poetry.
Yeah.
That's what eponymous means, I think.
Yeah.
So I released an electric album called Rid the Land of Greedy Toads with my band, the Deadlians, and that's a line from one of the songs. And we were like, what are we going to call this album, da 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 da, and I said to me mate, Luke, was like, can you think of like a line from a song that's good? And he was like, I'll Rid the Land of Greedy Toads. And I was like, oh, that's a good line, because greed is a big problem, but you never see, like Taylor Swift going like, don't be greedy, or, you know. Do you know what I mean? You never really get that in popular culture. Like Prince doesn't have a song saying, and thank God we weren't so greedy.
No, it's fetishized, isn't it?
It's kind of like excess. It's not about having, humility is not like seen as being cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it is cool though, you know?
We'll bring it back.
We'll bring back humility. Like the Beatles didn't live in council estates, they lived in mansions. Do you know what I mean? But they came from council estates, didn't they?
I always feel that about the likes of Metallica, even these multi-millionaires in their 60s,
Yeah.
going on about teenage angst.
Yeah.
It's strange.
And it's strange.
Yeah.
But I think that's where they wrote their best songs, but they
Yeah.
still identify with those feelings.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll sing you this song a cappella, and there's a chorus that you might know. Lilla 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 loo, hubba bubba bubba boo, rugga
Oh,
rugga
yeah,
rugga
yeah.
roo, lilla 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 lilla. But it's gonna be quite quiet because it's only like there's only a few of us here.
Great. We'll do it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right. There was a prince of ancient fame. The blood of years ran in his name. A story stout rode through the marsh from Yolalusk Fingal Parish. A spancelled good he hang could treat in gibberish as soon as he'd from Ballybuck where he begun to make acquaintance with a nun. Ah, lilla, 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 lilla. Ah, oh, ba, 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 boo. Ah, ruga, 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 roo. Ah, oh, ba, 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 boo. Now, Tidy Sheila was the name she bore. A body a rosy and a handsome store, and some they call her Sarah Lou. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah Sue. Sarah had wisdom laying in a loom, could tell unto every man their doom. Be hung by sea, be drowned by land. Could do the business in your hand. Oh, ba 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 ba. Roga 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 roga. Oh, ba 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 ba. Now these still lovers as captives lying, waiting for spited out of their eye.
who sold the country for a spell. Who does that parents now and how? Who mourns that mongrel stallion race? Prince Fingallion in Bilbo lace. The fury elves are on the road to rid the land of greedy toads. Right. Cool. Do another one.
We'll do one more and then we could take a break if you want. Yeah.
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 Keep going.
Yeah. No, we'll just we'll have a cup of tea and take a break after one more song.
Okay.
And we have a few people lined up for the second half now. I know Gavin is going to join us hopefully from his fireplace, and as he always does, and sing a song, as well as Donald is going to do another one for us. But first we'll have one more from Sean. That was brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll do a few more, will I?
In the second half.
Yeah, cool. All right.
We wouldn't stop you.
All right, this song I wrote when I was, when was it, like 10 years ago or something? I was collecting colour gas canisters, which you're not supposed to do. But I was like being misguided by someone much older than me. And I thought was much wiser than me. Turns out, maybe it was wiser than me now, but I think I'm a bit wiser than him. Anyways, I think I caught up or surpassed his wisdom. Maybe not. I don't know. That's a strange thing to say. But anyway, we were the idea was this madcap idea that we would make wood burners and bring them to refugee camps in northern France, where people were fleeing from ISIS in particular, okay, and the wars in Iraq. And the idea was that, we'll bring over loads of burners that we make out of colour gas canisters in a van, and then and you know what I mean? It was kind of like, I mean, it did work, but it wasn't like, it was like, well, you could just put a barrel. Or it was kind of it was a mad idea. Anyway, so we ended up, I was kind of on this, like, we're gonna save the world with our little. How many did you get? I think it was nearly like 40 or something. There was a good few people working on them, and we brought them over to Grand Sint, and then we were working with that's like that, a bit of that aid work stuff, but it was very challenging. You kind of would want to be like trained because I ended up being like almost like a counsellor or something. Oh, right. And but like I would have liked to have done some training. Do you know what I mean? So when you talk to these people who've experienced like the most horrific things you can imagine, that you would have the ability to not like let it break your heart. Yeah. Because it did break my heart. And so at one point before I broke my heart, I was going around with this lad, and we were doing like a kind of an illegal thing, okay? But it was so long ago that it's not like, it wasn't that illegal. Huh?
Victimless crime.
It was a victimless crime. Yeah. Like the gas company. I'm gonna miss that, those bloody things. Anyway.
Even if it wasn't, you probably helped enough people that it cancelled out any kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think the guards take that into account though. And you go, oh right, but so you do ended up helping out. Okay, yeah. So that's fair enough. We'll write that off now.
The moral police judge.
The judge just like, actually, they were probably in more need than the gas company probably had enough money to reproduce like infinite amounts of gas. Anyway, so we were getting these, and I was able to kind of like talk to these people in the recycling centres and kind of get it. You know, like they would just kind of. I would be able to sweet talk them out of the canisters. Like they'd be like, "Oh, we're not supposed to do this, but here you go." You know what I mean? But this guy who I was with was the most abrasive dude you could imagine. Like he would just fight with his toes. Like he immediately got out. You know what I mean? You know when he's kind of like, he's expecting an argument. He's anticipating an argument in his mind, and then he's creating one. And then he's blaming the other person. He's like, the other person's out of order, but it's like, no, it's you who is like creating this tense situation, you know? It was like full of projection, and he was so angry, and I remember just like, here, you just stay in the car and don't say anything to anyone, because you're just gonna
start on people, you know. And that was at the second place, and he went, "All right, okay." But it was funny because I was like only 24, and he would have been like 40s or something, and I said, "Here, you just stay in the van because we won't get anything if you start fucking talking," you know. Anyway, and I remember just being like so. Anyway, so I ended up writing this song, and I was kind of like thinking, God, the guy is so self-absorbed and traumatized in his own little world of pain that he's like not able to see other people for like, these are just like two lads working in a recycling center. Do you know what I mean? They probably have encountered problems in their lives. Do you know what I mean? They're not like living in this like fairy tale world where they're running around a tree having a like endless picnic and playing with fawns and leprechauns or whatever. Like, these are like ordinary people. Do you know what I mean? And you're going in like being disrespectful to them. You can see it really annoyed me, right? So I'll sing this song now. Dalan dancing Daniel Diddy, the wailer on the deadly end, the skulls of Scandinavia spoke of Daniel's bravery. Say, Daniel, Saint Patrick of Armagh, deliver me from fighting. But the starlight over Ireland led me tread upon its lightning. Dalan dancing Daniel Diddy, roaring like a lion at the traffic lights one morning. Say, Daniel, the garden of the muses won't change electric fuses. The tales of Menardus, for boys in mucky shoes. Alan Nansen, Daniel Duty, dare the whalers on the deadly end. Master Diddy with a city, plays with mother's jewelry. Father did his hidden muesli. Say the child can't watch that movie. Miss Kay saw me out in Mosney, never fills her shopping trolley. She's got a nice brown brolly. When her lady's soft and frosty, darling dancing Daniel Duty, there the whalers on the deadly end. Oh, Betty is so glamorous, her prams weeping lapless. From Pokemon to rom-com, with Tyler Adel Hashton. He charmed her from her beanbag. They had a furtive, quick shag. Tore up her Kardashian's heat mag on Doyler's auntie's beanbag. There's no lightness, there's no darkness in the Clinton of its brightness, the harpoon and the harness, the rope that coils its vastness. Talon dancing Daniel Duty, dare the whalers on the deadly end. Hey, thank you.
Lovely stuff. We're just going to take.
tea?
We're just going to have a cup of tea. Just going to take literally 10 minutes, a short 10 minutes. Then we'll kick off with, I believe, Gavin from the Zoom verse. Before I let you go, I just want to say you're getting loads of encouragement from the Facebook Live as well. So it's sounding powerful out in the internet.
Nice stuff.
And brilliant stuff. One more round of applause for Sean Fitzgerald. We'll take a wee break. Thank you. Linda, are you going to sing when we come back? I'll do one little bit of Irish. We had a pop-up Gaeltacht here in the Seamus Ennis Centre just before the session kicked off. But Fáilte Rash gacht in it, welcome back. I'll just do a couple of verses of this for everyone, like Linda, who attended the pop-up Gaeltacht next door. This is for yourselves. Tá bliain níos mó agam me géisteacht, le cogar dul iasach má bheonn, ó chasal am graial mo chuirtha, tra nó na beag déanach sa bhór. Bhí an bóbáine chúra I ggéime, sna haon le gan maireach le ceol, is bhrúch an tráthan le héamhdím. Bhí an cálín jazz cruúte na mó. Tásúla mar lonra na gréine, ag scapa tres beirh an cheol. Is sterke a grúan na chuirtha, lasa der I measc craobh na knó. Ach tá béilí níos mílte nás muirtha, is cíle na lánach a sná, ní loibh níos duise sa tailsó, ná an cálín jazz cruúte na mó, an cálín jazz cruúte na mó. Welcome back, everyone. Ramita. How are we all doing there? Donal, how are you getting on? Do you say hello there and maybe cue up our friend Gavin?
Thanks so much. Yeah, sounding great. And we're just checking in on the Facebook. There's loads of engagement and people are really enjoying it. So fair play to all the singers this evening. I'm going to line up Gavin, so I'll just ask to unmute and we'll get him up. He's going to sing us a song and he'll let us know where he's joining us from as well. Thanks many, Gavin.
Good evening, lads. From Wexford town, and I have a little Wexford song that I pulled out of Paddy Barry's first collection, his first book. It's called My Dear Old Wexford Home. I love to sit and think of things we've done in days of yore, when we were young and lived and played by lovely Slaney shore. The evening sun o'er Shelmalier was slowly dropping down, as the swallows made sweet music o'er the rooftops of the town. I often think of yesterday, a Sunday morn 'twould be. We'd walk about the fishing boats and we'd stroll along the quay. We'd watch the lovely Slaney flow out into the bay, as contented and in happiness we'd stroll along our way. 'Tis Carrickvale that holds the place that's dearest to my heart. Its silver streams by the wavering trees from the world is set apart. The placid moon o'er the lovely groves throws down its silver light. 'Neath Carrickhill the world's at peace all through the hours of night. One day before I sailed away, these things I went to see. I wanted here within my mind their memories to be. But now, alas, I think of them, and sadness fills my heart. For those I love, and the things I love, for me are far apart. Oh, Wexford, I will love you true, forever and a day. And always here within my mind sweet thoughts of you will stay. Please God, I tell my longing heart as I sit here alone, one day I will return to my dear old Wexford home. Sinead.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Gavin. So we'll stay with Zoom. I'll give us a song and then we'll come back to the room. And we're going to be coming back to hear another one from Gavin later, as well as another singer. So let me give another one for you. Hjan mon berorum se hjan mon breg me, hjan mon berorum is tar sig og fer me. Nak jassidassen kurrekin, nak jassidassen kirin, nak jassidassen kurrekin, chattelen I grifa. Hjan mon berorum se hjan mon breg me, hjan mon berorum is tar sig og fer me, hjan mon berorum, hjan mon breg me, hjan mon berorum is tar sig og fer me. You miss your sassen and rankelig tequilas ni akem ein chiber at bereschen ad hearing. Jan wine berorum se jan wine breg me, jan wine berorum is tarsche cock fair me, jan wine berorum, jan wine breg me, jan wine berorum is tarsche cock fair me. I want him to his car and chum of Ilisland Juliak. Now just my heart in 40 get just far na one in mondich. Jan wine berorum se jan wine breg me. Jan wine berorum is yours cock a fair me. Jan wine berorum, jan wine breg me. Jan wine berorum is tarsig cock a fair me. It's come alam karahitu, it's come alam manientu, it's come alam karahitu, it's deve onsani, Jan wine berorum, Jan wine breg me, Jan wine berorum, is tarsig ok fair me, Jan wine berorum, Jan wine breg me, Jan wine berorum, is tarsig ok fair me. It's come alam karahitu, it's come alam kamientu, it's come alam karahitu, it's tuve onsani he. Jan wine berorum, se jan wine breg me, jan wine berorum, is tarsig ok fair me, jan wine berorum, jan wine breg me, jan wine berorum, is tarsig ok fair me. So we'll go back over to Fergus in the room, and then we'll see you in a few minutes for another few songs from Zoom.
Donald, before you go, very quickly, what would you say that song is about?
It's about chasing a woman all across the world for the beauty of her. It talks about a hen, chasing a hen. So chasing either a hen or a woman, whatever way you want to look at it.
said it was all about sex, so I'm glad it wasn't totally misinformation because I didn't trust it. Mr. Connor Sweetman, would you do us a song in your own time? You.
If respite you'd borrow from turmoil or sorrow, I'll tell you the secret of how it is done. 'Tis found in the statement of all the excitement that Bellewstown knows when the races are on. Make one of a party whose spirits are hearty, grab a seat in the trap that's safe not to spill. In its well, pack a hamper, we're off for a scamper. Hurrah for the glories of Bellewstown Hill. In the tents play the pipers and fiddlers and fifers, those rollicking lilts such as Ireland best knows. And while Paddy is prancing, his Colleen is dancing, demure with her eyes, quite intent on his toes. Fair play to you, Mikey, you're looking so sprightly, pounding the boards like a pea from Mackquill. Oh, 'twould cure a rheumatic, he'd jump up ecstatic at Tatterjack Welch upon Bellewstown Hill. 'Tis there neath the haycocks, all splendid like paycocks, in chattering groups that the quality dines. Cross-legged like tailors, the gentlemen dailers, they're sitting and supping on brandy and wine. And the gentry from Navan and Cavan are having, neath the shade of a tree, an Arcadian quadrille. All you read in the pages of pastoral ages tell of no scene like this upon Bellewstown Hill. But hark, there's a shout now, the horses are out, along the ropes by the stand, such a hullabaloo. To old Crockafother, the people that dot the broad plateau around are all in for a view. Come Ned, my fine fellow, let's bet on the yellow, success to the green, we'll follow him still. Through uplands and hollows, they're skimming like swallows as they flash past the post at Bellewstown Hill. There we go.
Would anyone there, Sean, would you like to do one? There's no pressure now. We can go back to Zoom. You do it? Lovely.
I was going to sing a John Shields song, but that's a John Shields song, so we'll move to something else.
You have an encyclopedia.
Yeah, no, we could keep people entertained all night with John Shields songs. We could, but this is a song, I suppose, of unrequited love and emigration as a result of it. You know, all the things that we love in Ireland. You know. Adieu, lovely Erin of sweet delectation, likewise to McGilligan, where I did dwell. The ship's bells are sounding for swift emigration. I must leave Gronya's heroes and daughters farewell. But how can I think for to leave this grand island, where love, peace and friendship burns bright in each eye, where young men are merry and maids they are smiling, and sympathy's glow, sure it beams in each eye. Artie Kelly I love with its glorious plantations, where the blackbirds and thrushes stay enchant every tree. And my heart sometimes leaps in mild palpitations when the linnets in chorus they sing sweet harmony. where Flora's gay mantle bedecks these shady bowers, and on the green pastures the lambkins they do play, where once in my childhood I gathered wildflowers, and with my young school friends we'd sport and we'd play. On a mild summer's evening, for sweet recreation, I chanced by the banks where the curly streams flow, where young men and maidens in sweet admiration encircle the verges where the primroses grow. The small trout and salmon in mild consternation in these pleasant waters they sport and they play, but are vanished these thoughts, for my heart with vexation is filled with the thoughts of sweet Hannah McKay. Sweet were the hours in love's conversation with this pleasant fair maid to take the fresh air, for she was the object of my adoration, my joy and my comfort, my pride and my care. And oft as I walk to her father's grand dwelling, I thought by the curly for life to resign, but my degree has exiled me to some foreign nation, which leaves a new lover for to make her his bride. At Drumaco's church, where we oft made our station, where Rosie O'Donnell's fond heart blend with love, still Hannah stood out like the North's constellation, with countenance magnetic and mild as a dove. I earnestly wish to make her my relation, and fain by the curly for time to delay, but still it flows downwards, the murmuring streams telling that gone is the lover of sweet Hannah McKay. So 'tis farewell, Artie Kelly, where I was excited, and likewise to Newton, where the steam engines fly. If I was inclined, I might well be reunited with this charming fair maid to live and to die. But as I sail down Loch Foyle for Columbia's nation, I'll think on that bower where once I did stray, and I'll heave a great sigh for that grand habitation. When I think on that bonny lass, sweet Hannah McKay. Should have well.
Lovely.
Thank you, Sean. A tonic that was. And now over Donal. For the last time, we're going to go over to Zoom and say hello.
Great stuff. That was mesmerizing. Absolutely love that song. Ramil Magath. So we're going to have a new singer now. We're going to have Polly. So we'll ask her to unmute and we'll get her up on the screen. And Polly, you can just introduce yourself, where you're joining us from, and then take it away. Thank you.
Okay. This is a new little kind of microphone earplug thing. So can you hear me properly on it?
Yeah, coming through.
Oh, okay, great. I'm originally from Dublin, but I live down near British Bay now, and I actually have long COVID, so I can't really go out that much at night time. But so it's fantastic to be able to attend this session online. It really is like a lifeline, you know. I mean, I'm making it sound worse. I do go out, you know, I do things, but this is just a great thing to be able to. I'd never be able to go as far as where you are. So the song I was going to sing is a song from Connemara called Sé Fóma Bhuartha. And I suppose it's unrequited love as well, except I think there's a little bit of hope in the end. And I hope to God I remember the words. Okay. Sé Fóma Bhuartha nach bhaim cad cuairteart snang lant an uineach mar a mian magra. Bíonn mill luachar an imisúachtar go tús an ár bíonn na grin faoi blá. Níl cuiad a bhíon, níl sneacht a cruian. Tá calas cuanan ag langs ag bád, mar hilliú buan, níl taras cruian. Dan yen fásus lam a fórnin ban. Sé dúirt mo gráiliam ó bhí tú jas. Gon yen fálam réiliúliam. Ach ní mian tránóna do maidin óar. Nach tuan réaltólis a bhíon dul rón. Ag siúl na sléite sna gaoilta knó. no dúag an crí. Ach mé bheith pósta le mo bhíle stórí. Smilov go brodul ar a brolach mi. Sinead.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much. That was absolutely beautiful, Polly. And thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll hopefully see you back again, have you for another song. Wonderful. So we'll have Gavin now. Gavin's gonna unmute and come up on the screen, and we'll have another one from yourself, Gavin. Take it away.
Okay. This would be a good week to sing the song Ode to Frank Hart. What with the festival on at the weekend. The air isn't strictly traditional, but you might excuse me for that. When first I found Trad's song, I was terrified. Kept thinking I would never sing with ye all by my side. But then I spent so many nights working on that one old song, but it was long, and me memory's not that strong. So now this crack here in this place, I just came in here for a pint and now Napoleon's in me face. I should have picked a different song, I should have sung a different key, if I'd have known about that young girl from Maher Ali. Go on now, go, I'll sing no more about that little Frenchman lying on Helena's shore. Wasn't he the one who tried to make the Russians cry? Did he plan for winter? For his men will surely die, oh no, not I, although I strive. Oh, as long as I know how to sing, all songs I will revive. But I've a shorter one to give, with 20 verses cannot live. I'll sing just 5, I'll sing just 5, nya. I took all me inspiration from a man called Hart, but after half a dozen verses I just fall apart. I spent oh so many nights getting ready for to sing, my throat was dry. But now I'll have another try and you'll hear me sing something new. Not that 20 verses epic that I thought I knew, because I felt like dropping 10, then changed it to 15. Now I'll only sing 5 verses of Maher Ali. Go on now, go, I'll sing no more about that little Frenchman lying on Helena's shore. Wasn't he the one who tried to make the Russians cry? Did he plan for winter? For his men will surely die, oh no, not I, although I strive. Oh, as long as I know how to sing, all songs I will revive. But I've a shorter one to give, with 20 verses cannot live. I'll sing just 5, I'll sing just 5, yeah.
Here, that's tremendous. Brilliant stuff, Gavin. Thank you very much. And we'll hand it back over to the room on that. Yeah, lovely stuff. All good over to yourself, Fergus, there. I'll get you unmuted there.
This has been a lovely, warm little recommencing of our session, and it'll only build again from here. So we have beautiful and wonderful guests lined up, and of course we'll have Tradfest, which will be big again in January. So spread the word, and thank you all so much for coming and joining online. But to take us home, we're going to go back to you, Sean. So one more big round of applause for everyone who has sung and for Sean Fitzgerald. Oh.
Thanks so much. That was great. Lots of interesting songs there. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to do, because there was like a couple of unrequited songs there. So this is a requited love song. I'll do it's an interesting one because it's just the drawing and done, and it's he's just like, yeah, I'm with the one I love and it's amazing. So very, very rare. Or will we do this? We'll do it with the bone. Yeah, the mandolin could be a bit loud here. I rode down by a river, wild birds sing. Over the mountain and valley, dewy leaves spring. The gay flowers shining, gilt o'er by the sun, and the fairest of all shines the rising dawn. The lot of the fairy, it's a ruin of her, with white silver splendor it decks them all. And down in the valley, where the many streams run, how sweet smell the blossom, and the rain and dawn. Well, I remember that soft spring day, we sat by its shelter, and sweet sentence spray. That day that she told me her love I had won, as we sat by the blossom at the right dawn. Is my dream in the morning, is my prayer in the night. requited love song. This plastic yoke sounds better.
Case.
Yeah. I don't know if the bone one is.
So for context, we didn't have any plectrums.
Yeah, I lost my plectrum, which is mad because.
So I have one made of bone, and then I had a contact lens case in my pocket. And that's the choices here.
Yeah, but, I don't know where they all go, but I buy like a couple of plectrums a week, and they're all managed to disappear.
Connor.
This is Iron Door. Love Can Enter an Iron Door. Sorry, get it right. Start with. It's of a maiden, both fair and handsome. These words be true, and I was told. Her hair was dark as the raven's feather, her comely feature describe who can say in this folly belongs to nature. She fell in love with her servant man, as Marianne and a true love walking. The old man near them drew, as Marianne and a true love talking. The old man in a wild passion flew. To build a dungeon was his intention, to part true lovers was his only plan, and the oaths he swore were too wild to mention. He part his daughter from her servant man. When Edmund found her habitation was well secure, a strong iron doors, he shouts, he swore, above all creations, eat free. His love or be no more. So at his leisure he toil in leisure to gain the release of his Marianne. When the old man saw that he was outwitted, down on his knees on the dungeon floor, saying lovers like these should not be parted, since love can enter an iron door. By the banks of the Shannon, by the loftiest mountain, these words be true that I was told. It's of a maiden both fair and handsome, her hair was starred as the raven's feathers, her comely feature describe who can. Saying what folly belongs to nature, and love can enter an iron door. Hey, there you are. Sit there, you are. Let's kind of, hey.
An iron door, is that what it's
Breaking, he breaks down an iron door in order to. Yeah, but his loved one. It's pretty romantic, isn't it?
Yeah. The strength it gives you.
Yeah.
Would you consider doing this song that you were talking about earlier? I don't know if you've. It's a poem.
I mean, I've slimmed it down to 27 verses.
Okay.
So I think if I could slim it down to maybe.
Do you want to do a couple of verses of it, just because we are, you know, we have to stay within the certain parameters of time? But
No, I'll do a couple of
I'd love
verses.
to-
I'll just explain to you.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
I guess this is, you know, we're all kind of. We're really lucky now in this room to be. I'm definitely surrounded by people who are really into music and really like their ballads, and there's been a really interesting selection of ballads and poetry here. So it's been a real delight to be here. So I don't care that there's not a million people here. It's really nice. At least I got the chance to talk to people properly and people who really love lyrics and ballads, and I'm the same. So. I think
because there's a lot of engagement online as well. Like there's 50 comments that are going towards that on the Facebook page. So
Nice,
we'll try and steal some of them into the actual room, or
yeah,
maybe
definitely take the trip up
embolden-
to the Knoll if you want a cup of tea
Yeah.
and a singing session if you're into. Like I think the one thing we're talking about the Frank Hart Festival. The lad from Wexford was saying that really blew my mind as well, and I suddenly realised, oh, hang on, like. It's not the most popular recorded artists that have the greatest poetry of all time, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, you know, it opened this world of like, wow, who wrote that ballad? You know, that's the best lyrics I've ever heard, and that's kind of, So the ballad tradition is where you find these incredible lyrics and work of language and airs and everything, and yeah, it's like not in the Tree Arena or whatever, but like I'm trying to put this particular poem I found, Mervyn Peake, and it really reminds me of my grandfather, because my grandfather Patrick, he couldn't read or write, so he wasn't allowed in the British Army to fight the Nazis. But it's like a lot of his brothers-in-law were in the American Army or the British Army or whatever, and they had all these like tales of, you know, heroicism or whatever. But I think he was in the rescue crew during the night. So he would work in the daytime making like munitions and bombs. And he once had to come out to Finglas because a kid from Finglas, which he described as a little village, he couldn't handle this load, and he said to the foreman, here, like, that kid is gonna like fall over and die. And like, here, like, oh, get him. And he was like with something, was like, here, look at him. And he goes, shut up, Paddy. And then the guy like fell under this, and there was an explosion in the...
So he was carrying munitions?
He was carrying a trolley of munitions or something, and he was too...
He wasn't able for it.
He wasn't able for it or whatever. He was moving this trolley and he died. And it was because your man didn't ignore him. So then Paddy, my grandfather, had to come back to Finglas and say to his mother, here, sorry, your son got like crushed by a lot of munitions. But he was working in the nighttime with the rescuers. He never went underground. He'd go back and wander around the Blitz and work with the rescuers and stuff. And this is a poem by Mervyn Peake about a sailor, because he was a fisherman from Connemara who encounters a baby. And it's incredibly...
During the Blitz, yeah.
In the Blitz, and it reminds me of like the Gaza stuff. So it changed some lyrics to be about Gaza, but it's about London. Right. But I haven't fully realised it. But it's... I was talking to a woman today, sorry I keep rambling, but I was talking to a woman from America, and her father, John McDonald, he was like 92, and she said he kept, because they bombed a French town by accident, and they killed all these civilians, okay, in this plane, and he could never, she was saying, oh, my dad, like, he was 92, he could never forgive himself, and he was just like shaken with this horror at the end of his life, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's sad stuff, but like, there's a weird redemption arc in it, but it's kind of strange.
It's a beautiful poem, though. Beautiful poem.
Yeah, Mervyn Peake, a very, very good writer, not acknowledged in his time at all, and very sensitive soul. And he was the photographer at Bergen-Belsen for the British, so he would have been really shook by that. Mother died when the roof ran in and over the counterpane. The babe that was born in the rain of the bomb and found in the golden drain was found in a bright drain asleep by a sailor dazed and lost. In a waterless world where the searchlights climb, and the skies with the fingers crossed. Through streets where little red monkeys flame, run over roofs and hop. From beam to beam and hang by their tails or pounce on a tabletop. Through the streets where the monkey flames run wild and slide down the banisters, the sailor strode with a newborn babe to the hiss of the fallen stars. Through the streets where the windowsills a loose wallpaper pour, and the ripple the waters of nursery wails for the lights of the world's at war. And the ripples their waist of bulls and boars the meadows of olives and hay, to the harvest of love that was cut short by the sides of the apes at play. To the scarlet streets and yellow lanes, our houses shine like gold, and there's not a sign of a living soul. Oh, save the sailor and the child. And a bomb come down on a coloured road, and a bomb come down on the jail, and a bomb come down on the freckled girl, sniped out on the Rafford Trail. And a bomb come down on a hospital, and a bomb on a manuscript. And a bomb shot up from the dome of a church, and a bomb roars down the crypt. And a bomb rains down on Canyonus, lit 1,000 panes with stars. A splinter leapt from the Gaza shore to the tune of 1,000 scars. And the babe that was born in the rain of the bombs lay asleep in the sailor's arm, with a bomb for his birthday, a lullaby, and a flames for a birthday dream. A sailor wiped the sweat from his face and he laughed a hapless way. Oh Christ, little fish, he said to the babe, this is no place to stay. We'd be far better off where the soldiers are than naked in Gaza town, where a house can rock like a rocking horse and the bright bricks tumble down. All bare and cold in a glitter of gold, you have no cause to be, no more than it's right for you and I to dwell in this century. And the glass that is jabbing in my hip bone, 'tis jabbing all far away, and the warding off of that burning beam has hurt my shoulder sore. And I want to laugh, my little blind fish, and dance on the golden floor. See how the dancing streets, they're empty from end to end, with only a cat with a splinter through its heart and an arm with a railing's end. And o'er his mind like fluttering leaves, and his scarecrow memories fall, and the light in his eye was a wrecker's light that burns on the wharves of hell. And the babe in a cloud of a golden storm opens up its newborn eye to the shuffle of the warm ripples air and the dazzling witchcraft sky. And the sailor pranced through the fire-torn door of a church where a headless horse lay stiff in the smouldering aisle, with a hoof on the hard sign of a cross. And 100,000 fire-green crows, they perch upon the spars, and croak at me, oh sailor, see the brilliance of our claws. We are the long-lost tribe of all that you've been waiting for. How glorious it is to sway upon the glorious waves of war. And the guns that shine of oil and wine, are smothered water in the sea flows deep, and in the throat of every gun there's a mermaid lie asleep. And a sailor with his mouth so red is drinking of the sea. Oh, little babe, won't you leap aboard and sail abroad with me? And I will, oh, sailor, I will and more, but hark the silence of the cross. Hark the silence of the cross that we were waiting for. There you go. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, man.
Mervyn Peak.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, we'll get it pared down.
No, I like it. I think it's mesmeric. We really enjoyed it here in the room. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very much
That's
for having
gorgeous.
us. Yeah, and I'm really glad to sing that song. It's very hard to...
It's a lovely product placement on the table here. So if anyone's looking online, they can see the name of the poet who wrote that
Mervyn
piece.
Peak. Yeah,
lovely
excellent
stuff.
Mervyn Peak is really, really, really good writer. And
Yeah.
and I haven't really read him since I was a teenager. And then I was reading all this, over the years, reading different things. And then I came back to him and I was like, actually... I thought he was the best when I was a teenager. I was like, I still really, really like him, yeah. Really unusual, isn't he? But like very heartfelt,
Yeah, it's funny.
Like,
Don't know why he doesn't have the recognition you think he deserves. There's a similar, Ledwidge is a similar thing in that he was an Irish poet that went and fought for the British Army, and therefore that's why he doesn't get put on the syllabus a lot and stuff like that, but he is one of the best poets.
Right.
Francis Ledwidge.
for the war, like,
Yeah.
Then there's incredible stuff. I think Mervyn Peak was English now. I think he didn't,
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't fit their thing, but he's a bit of a weird guy, I guess. It didn't make, he's an eccentric person.
He's more than welcome here anyway, as were you tonight. We just want to thank you again. Just want to thank you again, and for everyone listening online and for everyone here in the room, please do spread the word. We have a wonderful singer from Donegal next month, Rose ní Murchu. I think some of you know her from the Inishowen. She featured in the Inishowen Singing Session as well. So that's on the 16th. So that's coming up. That's going to fly into October.
Yeah.
And please do come along to that, because we'll break for Christmas and then we'll be back for Tradfest in a big way in January.
Yeah, it'd be nice to come back. I'll definitely come back
please
next
do.
month,
Please come back anytime. Any gigs coming up you want to mention or anything like that, or the ballad singing online?
It says the ballad tours. If you just drop the ballad tours gmail.com if you ever want to bring a few friends out on a singing tour of Dublin.
Yeah.
And I don't think I sang any songs from the tour. So you won't be. But it's a fun day out. Like, people really enjoy it, and it's another way to go around the city without having to drink pints and stuff.
Yeah.
I did it a few years ago. Great.
Yeah, were you out with a few friends or something?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So,
So check it out. What's the website?
balladtours.com or just
balladtours.com.
balladtours@gmail.com in Dublin. If you're up in Dublin, drop me an email and I'll see. I could be running one that day if you're on your own. I do with a company, Original Dublin. So
gorgeous.
But just get into it. But if you have a group or a gang together,
brilliant stuff.
Together.
Yeah, fantastic. It's the only walking guide in Dublin to be recommended by Lonely Planet as well. So there you go. There's an endorsement for you. Right, so we'll see lots of you on the 16th for Rose ní Murchu. It should be absolutely brilliant. Thank you to Donald, thank you to Shane behind the scenes, thank you to Paul, thank you to everyone here in the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre. We're going to be building towards the 16th. So thank you all so much for coming and singing and everyone. So one more big round of applause for Sean and for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone. Thanks so much.
You got away with that, Linda.
Great stuff.
And the poem again is the Babe and the Flying Bomb.